Heyo, how's it going, everybody? Hope anyone out there who's watching this right now, or at some point in the future, is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm gonna be playing myself a video game on the internet tonight, probably. And tonight, that game is going to be Genshin Impact. But before we get into any of that, how's it going, everybody? I am back from my little weekend getaway over to California for the Hololive pop-up event. The what is it actually called? The Cheer Up in USA 2K marathon. So I literally just got back. I want to say maybe about like 3 or 4 hours ago. So I said that when I got back, I was probably going to be pretty beaten from the entire trip, and that I probably wouldn't be able to do a stream when I got back on Sunday. But lo and behold, I don't feel too bad. You know, I don't feel incredibly tired or just completely wiped. So I figure might as well go ahead and do a stream. Why not? How's it going, Kimmy? Hope you're doing all right tonight. Hope your weekend has been good. Appreciate you stopping in. So before we get into playing some Genshin, we're gonna go ahead and I'll just talk about, like, my experience getting out there, because honestly, it was a decently good time. I enjoyed myself quite a bit, going out there. This was my first VTuber event that I've ever been to, and I think it may have helped a little bit that it was a pop-up event. So the difference between like a pop-up event and a what would maybe be considered more of an official event is the fact that like Hololive Cover Corp themselves are the ones who are actually in charge of like setting it up. Whereas a pop-up event is more like they contract like these other companies to kind of be in charge of the entire thing. It's up to them to, have it running smoothly, and to, they're in charge of operations and things like that. So the pop-up events are, at least the ones in America apparently, are known to be a little bit scuffed, a little bit disorganized and stuff like that. A little scrappy, a little punk rock almost in that regard. Whereas the pop-up events that take place over in Japan are apparently known to be a little bit more organized, and I guess that's just kind of a vibe check on both countries, Events that happen in Japan, a little bit more organized, a little bit more timely, whereas in America, yeah, it's a little bit more haphazard, a little more slapdash, and sometimes shit just kind of goes a little off kilter. In this instance, things going off kilter was mostly just like things that were supposed to be happening at certain times weren't. Had a little spit go down the wrong pipe there. Things that were supposed to be happening at certain times didn't end up happening at the times that they were supposed to be happening at. So the event ended up kind of being like maybe an hour or so delayed compared to, when it's usually supposed to be happening. So yes, sir. Also, hold on. Is this a bunch of hold on. I wanted this to be like a bunch of Hololive 8-bit covers. You know what? Sure. Let's do that. Let's go for it. We already did Shiny Smiley Story, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We can go for another round. But yeah, so this event was a little bit scuffed, but overall, I feel like it honestly went pretty decently. So, first of all, I'll go ahead and just, I guess, show the stuff that I got from the event. So, So there it is. That is the official booklet that came with the event. See there, the Hololive Cheer Up in USA. Honestly, it's kind of funny. It almost feels like Hololive was kind of like looking over at America and being like, "Hey, man, you seem to be going through it recently. You know what? Like, you need to cheer up, man. It's gonna be okay." So in that regard, I kind of like that. So, you know, it just like it shows like a bunch of information like regarding like, you know, what was supposed to happen at what time, and it's got like the cute little, you know, chibi versions of the characters. Just, you know, all instruction stuff. So, but yeah, like I just kind of like it for, you know, like the cover right there, and then on the back as well. You know, it looks pretty nice. So, for completing the race, you get, well, I guess first of all, you get this little medal. Look at that. Yeah, you see that? Hololive Cheer Up in USA. And here, let me see if you can hear it. It's some kind of metal. It's not magnetic, but it's some sort of metal. It's pretty hefty. So yeah. What's up, Lee and Vic? How's it going? How you guys doing tonight? Hope your guys' weekends went well. Hope everything has been groovy for you guys. Hololive book, yeah. It was just the instruction, the informational pamphlet for the entire event. That yeah, I went. I just got back literally about like 3 or 4 hours ago from California from the entire event, and I'm just kind of regaling you guys with my travel stories and with my sick awesome medal. Yes, sir. Look at that. I honestly want to kind of like participate in like a Spartan race, or something like you know, like a mud track race or something. Get the medals and then like have this one up next to them and just be like, no, this is the one. This is the fucking one that matters, man. All that other shit, get that out of here. It's this one. So, yes, sir. Is this where that guy named Kai streams? I don't know no Kai. I haven't heard of any Kai around these parts. You might be looking for Kai Sanat. He's down the road. So yeah. And then something that we got right at the beginning. So we chose which one of these we'd want to get. These are little pins that we got, and mine is Ozora Subaru. Because yeah, the representatives that they had for this thing honestly seemed kind of like weird and random. So they had Subaru, then they had Kobo, they had Callie, they had Peko, and then they had Kyla and Bibu. So I don't exactly know, like, Subaru I can get because she's supposed to be like she is really energetic, and she's supposed to be sporty, and her contrary to popular belief, she is not actually officially a duck. Her lore is actually that she's the manager of an MMA club. So, you know, yeah, like, so it makes sense. It makes sense for her, maybe for Callie too, since she's actually from the US. I literally don't know how they went about choosing the others. Like, maybe Peko, because she's one of the most popular. But yeah, like, Kobo, Bibu, Kyla, I don't understand. So, but anywho, out of all of them, Subaru is honestly my favorite, so that's why I went ahead and got her little pin there. Just listening to some music and trying out my Bluetooth speaker light bulb. Interesting. Well, I hope it's going well for you. Also, what's nice about this pin is the fact that it's actually uses a magnet. So instead of having like a pin on the back of it that you like pierce into your like whatever it is you want to stick it to, you literally just like stick this on there. Yeah, and you just put it on whatever. So that's pretty nice. We also got random stickers for completing the event as well. So I got Bibu right here. Originally I got Callie, but apparently like people were like trading these things like cards. So there was like apparently Callie was in huge demand. There was lots of representation for the deadbeats out here. And I originally got Callie, and then my roommate actually decided that he was gonna take mine. He was like, "You're fine with taking Bibu, right? You're okay with that?" And I was like, I didn't actually say anything. I was just waiting to see if he would just take her, and then he did. And I was like, "Oh wow, you're just gonna take her?" And he was like, "Yes, I am." And I honestly ultimately didn't care who I got, so I was fine with like letting him take Callie. He got everything else Callie. He got the Callie acrylic stand, and then also the Callie wall scroll, which I can show the one that I got in a little second. One complaint is that you have to have it on to listen to it. If you turn the light off, the Bluetooth goes off. Oh, forced RGB, huh? Interesting, that. I forgot to update my YouTube profile picture. Just a sec. Go ahead. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you to do it or not to do it. See if I can get a dimming one in the future if it means it's close to a ceiling speaker experience. Good stuff. Good. That's what we like to see. Done? The heck is that? I honestly can't tell what it is. Like, honestly, I can't tell what like 2/3 of your guys' profile pictures are most of the time, because you know, for me, the profile picture that shows up, it's not that big. So if it's super like detailed, or if it's got like more complex shapes than like, you know, something like a little chibi, then I have no idea what it's gonna be. Just a man standing against the crowd. Like that immediately made me think of The Stranger, the novel The Stranger, but mine is a robot character from animated film called Robot Carnival. Aha, good stuff. I haven't heard of it. I hope. Is it a good movie? And then also something else that we got for completing the race is randomized little charms as well, which I got Pecco. Look at that. Pecco. So, honestly, I don't know. I might put this on my microphone, or I might just put it up in my car, like on the rear view mirror. Instead of like fuzzy dice, I have you know, I have Pecco. All right. And then here also is the finisher certificate to certify that I did in fact finish the race. And it's funny, I was saying that this should instead say it says congratulations on successfully reaching the finish line of the Hololive production Cheer Up run on November 22nd, 2025. I was saying it should say congratulations on successfully touching grass. That would be sort of silly, but yeah, we got that. It's a montage of shorts from different animated people, and it's about robots. I would never have guessed, but good stuff. That sounds pretty cool. So it's like a anthology kind of deal. Those are pretty cool. And then we have this. This is a stamp rally card. I didn't read the fine print, and I didn't realize that we were supposed to carry these during the marathon, and you actually get these stamped at the water stations that they have along the track. So yeah, I didn't actually get any of the stamps. they were supposed to get stamped here and here and here and all there, but yeah, I didn't end up getting them. I could have gone back through the course again to get them, but I was like, I don't feel like it, man. I already went through it once, so I was like, that's all right, that's fine. Let's see. Kind of basic on Ballad and Bald Mountain. Ah, gotcha, good stuff. All right, and then here's my racing bib. This is the one that I wore during the rally, and I was number 406. My roommate actually got number 600. And these, obviously it was completely random which one we get, because they just give us the bag, whatever bag they grab. So yeah, I was 406, and that is all right with me. And then here we actually have the sports towel. If you got the more expensive pack, then you got a sports towel to go along with the whole thing. So yeah, check that out. So there's everybody there, all the girls that were represented there at the event. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna use this thing at the gym. Like no joke. I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna use it at the gym, and I'll put it down on the bench when I whenever I do my bench press. Also, and so that I don't have to clean up the pads anymore whenever I sit down at a bench or a machine. I can just throw this down. There's a little foot race or a car race. A car race? No, not even. I don't even know if an event like that was actually being run by Cover would have like a car rally or something like that. No, it was just a marathon, like a 2K marathon. And thing that we got, a water bottle. Oh, look at that. I don't know how well it's gonna come out, but you can see that it's got all of the mascots on it, or it's actually kind of funny because, like, yeah, all of these I think are their mascots, but then for Subaru they just have a duck. Again, she's not actually a duck, but they put a duck on there for her. It's funny, but yeah. So then we got. Then, lastly, we got this fucking bag. Oh, that shit. Oh my god. Watch out, everybody. So yeah, got this like little backpack here, and honestly, no joke, this backpack's actually pretty cool. Like it's got like a lot of compartments in it, so it's got like a little zipper pack right there. I have my athletic socks in there, but it's got a little zipper pack in there. It's got like a little compartment on the inside. If you want to put like a small laptop or more like a tablet or something like that in there. The zippers are like really smooth on it, and then it's got like this front section as well that like opens up. You can put shit in there. And yeah, and then sides, you got like little spots for like a water bottle or whatnot. And yeah, honestly, like it's not a bad quality bag. I am actually planning on using this also for my gym bag, or at least I'll try it out. I don't know. I'll see how well it can work out. But yeah, honestly, I'm surprised at the quality of it. Let's see. Subaru has accepted her duck being. She even slipped up this year about it. Well, she's kind of accepted it for a really long time, but it seems like every so often she has like a little relapse and like kind of remembering that she is in fact now a duck, because like as far back as I want to say 2022 or 2023, she had accepted it by then, like because she was playing, I think, Earthbound, or like or is it called Mother? I think it's called Mother in Japan, but Earthbound in everywhere else. and she came upon this this enemy called Mad Duck, and she was like, "Who the fuck? Who does this guy think he is? What, you think you're a better duck than me? Bro, come at me. You're a mad duck. Show me how duck you are, bitch." So, yeah, it seems like she goes through cycles of, like, you know, accepting that she's a duck and not accepting that she's a duck. I don't know. It's still funny, even though, like, all her shit always has ducks all over it. Go to her stream, tell me how many ducks you can see in her background. But it's still kind of funny, you know? Some kind of electronic carrying backpack. What? I mean, it can. That's what I'm saying. Like, it has like that little, like, you know, how backpacks have like that sort of like sleeve towards the back of it so that you can slip a laptop into it. It's got that, but it's small. It's like a relatively small backpack. So you would either have to use like a small laptop or put like a tablet in there or something. That would probably be much more conducive to the size of it. No Hololive duffel bag? No, unfortunately not. Mother is the Japanese name. Got it. That's where the duck thing came from? No, that is not where the duck thing came from. The duck thing came from, like, years ago when she tried to do ASMR for the first time. She claims that she just can't, like, whisper. Like, just being able to whisper, it doesn't work for her. And when she would try, she would end up being like, "Ohayou gozaimasu. Ozora Subaru desu." And so people started saying that her voice sounded like a duck. And so, or it sounded like Donald Duck. And so then everyone started calling her a duck after that. Funnily enough, I just thought it was because kind of low-key, her regular voice kind of sounds a little duckish. Like, cause she's got his voice that kind of sounds a little bit like this. And that almost sounded like Gilbert Gottfried almost. But like, she's got like this timbre to her voice that one could say is duck-like, you know? So, yeah, that's where that whole thing came from. And then she's just embraced it over the years. Or sometimes she does it, depending on what's more convenient for her, I guess. Things have changed a lot since she did that stream with that more feminine model. I still remember vividly being weirded out by chat. What, the one with the long hair? I do remember those days. I realize I haven't seen it in a good long while. Yeah, which is unfortunate because, yeah, like, I am a long-standing practitioner of tomboy supremacy. So, you know, for me, I like short hair. And you know what? I think it was Videl. I think there were like something about Videl from Dragon Ball Z. Like, after she like cut off her hair, and then suddenly I was like, you have my attention now. So I think it was all because of her. Yeah, like, yeah, she hasn't really used that model a whole lot since then. It's a little unfortunate, but it's, you know, it is what it is. The memories. Yeah, it's crazy that it's been quite a while since, like, those of us in the West kind of, like, really discovered Hololive and shit. Little drawing of the duck going in circles was too cute and took over. Oh yeah, the GIF, yeah, the one where the two of them are dancing specifically to "Hey Ya" by Outkast. Yeah, that reached the normies. So you know that's when it's after that point. Like, yeah, no, it was over for her. I'm sorry, Shuba, but that's just how it be. Oh, and then one last thing that I did get. And this was actual merch that I had to buy, so... This little Kobo scroll. So, funny thing, I actually did want the Subaru wall scroll, but apparently that was only available through the cafe, the little pop-up cafe that they had, and I was like, that's weird, and I don't know. I was like, you know what? Fine, just give me the Kobo one. I would have maybe gotten the Cali one, but my roommate, of course, got Cali. So then I was like, well, I do like the way the Kobo one looks, so why not? I'll go ahead and get Kobo. So even though I haven't watched her a ton, I really like the clips of her that I've seen. So yeah, why not? Plus, I really wanted one that kind of had like that more sort of like ganky, like yeah, let's go kind of vibe to it, which was more like. It was more like Kobo or Cali or Bibu or Peko. Those were the ones that kind of had like that, like energetic, like yeah, let's go, let's do this kind of vibe to them. So yeah, there she is. Got a little bit of Kobo merch there. So good stuff. Now I gotta fit back up. The fuck is that? Little thread. Thread on her. Get out of here. A little bit awkward to get on there because I'm using thumbtacks and it's stretched out a little, but it's fine. It's fine. Alrighty. And so now that I've shown you all the stuff that I got from there, I think we can now go ahead, and I said that I would take pictures and that when I got back I would actually show them like somebody that actually, you know, does streaming for like an actual living or something. I would be able to actually show like, hey, here's what it all looked like. So check it. There we go. Look at this. I actually got like a little album put together, and so now you guys can actually see what all the pictures I actually took there. So let me go ahead at this, and then wait, not there. There we go. Okay. So yeah, these were this was just in the parking lot, you know. Lots of people showed up with all their little plushies. So here we've got I think there's 2 nenes in there. I think one of them is oh, you can actually see my cursor. I don't know who this is. It could be Watame. You know what? Enhance. Someone with yellow eyes. Maybe it could be Okayu. Okayu doesn't have yellow eyes. What am I talking about? I honestly don't know who that could be. But yeah, we got some nenes. We got what looks like it could be Watame, or it could be actually, I think some of these might not actually be Hololive girls. We got 2 Modines, and yeah, this one almost looks like Kuching or something. I don't know. There might be some gacha plushies in there mixed in, oddly enough, but that's fine. It's all right. Pipkin Pippa on top. Is that who it is? That's Pippa? Huh. Well, how about that? Oh, and then there's Ina. Little Ina. I recognize her at the very least. Yaru-chan next to Pippa. Goddamn Vic over here with all of the forbidden knowledge. Good stuff. All right. And then we got another one here. This one's a little bit easier for me to figure out. We've got Suisei, we got Sora, we got Ina being very inappropriate for YouTube. We've got Toa, and then Peko, and then Gura, and then Kyla? No. Fuawa. I think that's Fuawa. Yeah. And then Callie also not being very appropriate for YouTube. So Kobo gets hidden behind the lamp and Sencho is in full view. I would like to have Kobo like basically right on the other side of the door, the same way that Futaba is right here, but she'd basically be like right behind the lamp, and I don't know. If I move the lamp further back, then it would get in the way of me opening the door. So, I don't know. That's just, I just felt like, you know, that was the most convenient place to, like, put her. Unless I put her, like, down here, next to practically on the floor. But I don't know, that just doesn't feel appropriate. So, I don't know. Alright. And then, let's go ahead and go to the next one. So this was funny thing. So it turns out that this event actually took place at the Angel Stadium. I did not realize this. I thought that it was taking place at the Dodger Stadium, and the reason being is because Hololive has previously partnered with the Dodgers. So if they're having an event at a baseball stadium, it would make sense that they would be at the Dodger Stadium. Only to find out the night before by my roommate that, wait a second, all this shit says Angel Stadium. And I was like, what? That can't be right. Except that it was. So we actually went and got a motel that was literally like a 6-minute walk away from the Dodgers Stadium, only to find out that, oh, now we have to drive 30 minutes away to get to the Angels Stadium. And it sucks because if we had actually went and gotten a hotel or a motel that was nearer to the Angels Stadium, it would have been probably a lot nicer than the one that we ended up staying at, because we were smack dab in the like downtown LA. We were on Sunset Boulevard. Like this is the peak like Los Angeles experience, and it wasn't it was a mixed bag. Okay, I could kind of appreciate Los Angeles's particular personality, but like my roommate definitely did not. And it's funny because he's actually from Cali, but he hates like cities, and apparently did not like Los Angeles at all. So yeah, so we had to actually drive 30 minutes to get to the Angels Stadium, and then the drive back was like crazy busy. So it took us like 35 minutes to get there, but then it took us like over an hour to get back. And it was, I did not enjoy that experience. But it turns out that there apparently was an event that was going on at the Dodger Stadium, and I'm assuming that's why it didn't take place at the Dodger Stadium, because the event that was taking place at the Dodger Stadium was this like music festival where like T-Pain and Tyler the Creator and Glorilla and Childish Gambino, bunch of like big name like hip hop and rap names were there for like 2 days, and I didn't even know. Apparently it was supposed to happen the week prior, but then because of the rain that was going on, it got postponed to like this weekend. And so the fact that when we showed up at the motel, the guy at the desk said, hey, so there's an event going on at the stadium, so you have to pay like extra for like, was it for parking? No, I think it was just like just an extra fee. They were like, yeah, because there's an event going on, extra fee, cough it up. And so I thought that meant it was for like the Hololive thing. I was like, is that really like big enough to like make it so that like, but I don't know, maybe. No, it was for this big, huge music event or something. Which thankfully, again, we were like a 6-minute walk away from the stadium. We couldn't actually hear anything. So, you know, that was cool. 1 second. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, anywho, it was fine. We got there eventually, obviously. And yeah, like, there was a fair bit of turnout, you know? Like, look at all this. There's like a decent amount of people here, and then there were people behind us as well. My roommate thought that there wouldn't be that many people, honestly, but I was like, you silly boy. Just watch, all right? Don't underestimate VTuber simps, all right? This is their life, man. All right. And then this guy in front of us had this really cool Hachima Hoppy. I knew the name of these things at one point, but I had forgotten what they were. But yeah, they're called Hoppies. And yeah, I just liked seeing this because yeah, Hachima has been going through it recently. If you've heard anything about the fact that she has gone on another hiatus, and then some people have talked about all the stuff that she's experienced, like, you know, both like in her life in general growing up, and then certain things that have happened within you know, the confines of her actually being a part of Hololive. It's sad, and apparently, from what I've heard, she apparently got into Hololive while she was underage. Like, apparently, from what I heard, she's been there since she was 16. So that's pretty nuts. Like, I think she's still only in like her early 20s at this point. So yeah, like all the stuff that she's gone through, it's rough, man. So, you know, always praying for Hachima, because yeah, Hachima was like one of the first Hololive VTubers I watched, the first Japanese VTuber that I watched too. So yeah, we just hope that she'll, you know, she's gonna be doing all right. Yeah. Never knew about that. Yeah, I mean, it's stuff that you shouldn't know about. It's stuff that nobody should know about, but you know how VTuber simps are. So yeah. So I just liked seeing that, you know, Hachima support. That's what we like around here. So yeah, like again, while we were lined up here, we still had like this line behind us. So it was yeah, it's a fair you know, turnout, you know. And not everyone was there in Hololive stuff. There were people there. Some were repping like FaZe Connect. I think we actually talked to these two guys who actually kind of got in trouble for selling these hoppies. You know, again, like these things right here, for Leah from FaZe Connect, because they had actually commissioned her actual artist, the artist that actually drew her model, and like started to make like their own merch and sell it. And they actually had to talk to Sakana about it because of the fact that, like, yeah, they went and got the actual artist to, you know, make this merchandise so it looks like it's official merch. And so there's this whole kerfuffle that they had to go through, and eventually, like, he was apparently cool, he was fine with it, but I guess he laid it out for them, like, guys, you can't be doing this type of shit, okay? And so they were like, okay. But yeah, so like that happened. Then there was like, I saw someone with like Silver Veil and whatnot. My roommate was actually funny because like he has a Zentreya jacket, and he thought that, like, you know, he shouldn't show up with it because he was like, oh man, I'm gonna roll up with this thing and it says V Shoujo on it, even though like I put a piece of masking tape over it. I'm gonna be #1 op. Everyone's gonna see me with a not Hololive VTuber on my shit, and they're just gonna rock my world. No one cared. If you were there with a non-Hololive VTuber, no one gave a shit. So he was like, oh, okay. I guess I learned something today. Hachima was the first VTuber to introduce me to the whole VTuber sphere. Before that was Kizuna Ai. Oh yeah. I think ironically for me it was Sora. I remember, yeah. There was like, it was Kizuna Ai, Sora, and then there was this third girl. I think her name was something Luna. She had like these twin tails and kind of like, you know, bigger titties. And then she kind of had like, I can't remember a whole lot about her. I don't think she's around anymore. She seems to have disappeared. But yeah, it was originally like the three of them. Those were like the original VTubers. It was the phone falling and her model going all around. Oh yeah. Whenever her phone would fall off from atop her monitor, and then she would just be like, ah! That's good stuff. So Lee, are you one of Sora's 12 original knights? All right, and then yeah, here was the stage, the stage that they had set up out front of the stadium, and yeah, everyone came up with their plushies and went ahead and lined them up to have a little photo op, you know. So we got Bibu, we got Ina, we got Hachima, we got Suisei, we got Marin wrapped up in a tentacle. We've got I can't tell who that is. The little yeah, right here. Oh, you can't see my cursor when it gets big like that. Interesting. Well, right here kind of looks like Suisei, but I have no idea. We got Kyla, we got Bibu in a toilet. And this toilet actually moved around. It was like remote controlled or something like that. Then we've got Callie. Is this Owl? I think this might be Owl-kun. And then we got Gigi, Bibu, Marin, Peko, Subaru, two Suiseis. Maybe a third one back there? I can't tell which one that is. And then Bibu again. Yeah. And yeah, and then some people brought in their standees, including this guy with the gura that said she walked so we could run, which was funny. Remote control toilet. Yeah, it was funny. It was going all around a little bit. Kaguya Luna? Was that her name? It might have been. Again, like you know, I feel like out of all of them, she kind of like fell off the most because I don't see her anymore. Yeah, I don't remember the Luna one. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone does. Also, you see this? they made her trident like an actual fork, and then on the back side too as well. So yeah, someone had an Ame standee as well, and also he was like decked out in Ame printed clothing. It was clear that he just got like some clothing, like a shirt and then some pants, and then commissioned for them to just like put Amelia art just like all over it. So he was just literally neck to ankle Ame. And then he had like the Ame standee. And he had like some sort of like motherboard and speaker and wires hooked up to it. So it looked like she was supposed to be able to talk. Unfortunately, I never kind of talked to him to see what it was like, what he had it hooked up to do or to say. But I just like to imagine she just would like make gremlin screeches if you would approach her. And then yeah, so there's a nice little shot I got of like you know, the stage along with like, you know, Angel Stadium and, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's a pretty nice shot. I actually kind of like it. Oh, and then this guy, they had like a cosplay costume like contest or whatever. This guy was obviously just supposed to be like a deadbeat, because yeah, he's got like he's a skeleton. And then he's got like Callie on the American flag, the upside down American flag. and yeah, walking around with the Callie plushie. He was like carrying the energy for a lot of people like right at the beginning. So shout out to this guy. He was pretty cool. And then this was like when everyone was actually like lining up to start the actual run. We were probably standing there for, I don't know, like maybe 25 minutes or something before we actually finally began. And then, oh yeah, I saw a celebrity. You see that? Look at that. Look, it's Korone. She was there, you guys. She was there the whole time. It's crazy. And I think she ran. I honestly don't know. She was behind me, so but I want to imagine that she did, and she killed it clearly. Oh, I like this one because because it looks like she like found me out and she's staring directly at me, and I could just like hear some like dramatic ominous music being like, and I'm just like, oh no, oh my soul, it leaves my body. But yeah, so I wanted to see her pass the finish line, but I didn't, and it's unfortunate, but I'd like to imagine that she came up and absolutely rocked it. And then and this was a picture that I actually got like while I was running, while I was on the course, because I was just like, I want to get a picture of like one of these little standees that they have set up. It's funny because down one hall they actually had standees or posters of each of the girls, and then next to each of them was a shitty like Bluetooth speaker or something, and I think they were supposed to be like playing a pre-recorded message from each of them saying like, yeah, go do your best, you're doing great, or something like that. I honestly couldn't hear them because the speakers were so shit. But hey, like, you know, if you stopped and like got right down next to the speaker, maybe you would have been able to hear them like cheering you on. It was unfortunate because I thought like it would have been cool if like at certain points during the run, if they had set up like big screens and like each of the girls were actually on the screen and they were like, yeah, go, you're doing great, and all that sort of stuff. But again, like, I guess this was a pop-up event, and when it's a pop-up event, like, I guess the girls like aren't actually directly involved. It's only when it's like a real big like official event that's being actually run by Cover Corp, that's when they're actually there. But for pop-up events, like, they'll open up like a little cafe, or they'll do like a partnership with like a local business to like sell Hololive stuff or whatever. Or like this, you know, they'll set it up to be like, hey, let's do like a little race, a little running marathon or something like that. And it's up to like whatever businesses that they partner with to go ahead and do whatever it is that they're going to do for it. And so yeah, so like little pre-recorded MP3s is like the most you're gonna get from something like that. But you know, it's fine, it's all right. Korone-sama. They must have ran out of budget to get high-end Bluetooth speakers, probably, most likely. And then here, this was towards the end of the track, and yeah, look at it. This fucking guy, what a champ. He actually lugged Gura around the entire time through this run, and he was in front of me. Like, he finished before I did. So like, the fact that he was able to do that while hauling that shork around, like, kudos to that guy. He was awesome. And then over here, like, you can just barely see it, but this is the guy with the Amelia on his back. And you see, look at all these fucking like wires. Like, this is all on the back of Amelia. So you can see here, this is her head, and this is like the little little bow on top of like her hat. And then this is her hair right here, and then her shoulder comes down here. So he's got like all of this set up on the back of her. I'm assuming to be able to like play audio or something. And then like you could see right here, you could see like his like pants and his shirt right here. This is all Amelia artwork. It's just he's just covered in Amelia from, again, ankle to neck. It was good stuff. And yeah, he was also booking it. Are those weights? No, well, I mean, I don't know. It could be, because that's a standee. But yeah, like, again, both of them hauling their Oshis around, and they still did like pretty well. So yeah, like shout out to these guys, man. And like, yeah, everybody going at their own pace. I feel like I did okay. It was actually longer than it was supposed to be, but because of the weather, we were actually supposed to go down onto the field and go around like the actual the perimeter of the field. But I guess because of the weather, they decided to instead have us up in like the stand area, which actually made it a little bit of a longer track. It was supposed to be like 1.2 miles. I think it ended up being like 1.5 instead. So it was a fair amount of running, you know. Very dedicated fans indeed. And then yeah, so like this is me and my roommate, and we met up and you know, just kind of like chatted with folks. Like, yeah, it turns out like, you know, VTuber simps, they can actually be pretty cool. You know, like obviously there's some wackos out there, but yeah, like once the anonymity of the profile pictures is taken away and suddenly you're in meat space, suddenly, you know, everyone can get along. It's crazy. And yeah, so then like there were like food trucks back there and stuff like that. I did not partake. I was kind of thinking of getting some one of them had like fried tofu and sweet potato fries. I totally would have been down to get that, but while we were there, I had a mission that I was gonna get some vegan pizza. And not just any vegan pizza, because I can get vegan pizza around here. This was vegan Detroit style and vegan deep dish pizza. That is not something that you can find anywhere. All right, you have to be in some place like LA to be able to find places like that. And these pizzas were expensive. All right, I'll fully admit to that. I spent way too much money on pizza this weekend, but it was worth it, because that shit was what do the kids say, bussin'? That shit was bussin'. All right, if that is the vernacular of our time. Just get rid of social media and the heat cools off very fast. Indeed. Yeah, so yeah, there were some cool folks there, and then this was just kind of like me taking pictures of like the aftermath, being like, yeah, here it is. This is the whole thing. Yeah, so like folks coming in from the race, waiting to get their medals, and then like people going to the cafe and stopping at the food trucks and whatnot, and then this is just like, you know, behind me taking a look at the stadium. Oh, and this guy here had like a very nice looking or a water bottle with this very nice looking Ina on it. Yeah, taco dachis were out in full swing for this event, even though Ina didn't have anything to do with it. Like, she wasn't one of the, you know, represented girls for the event. Like, taco dachis, like they go out and they make sure that their presence is known. They make sure that people know their Oshi exists, whether she's a part of the event or not. Oh, and then this is the shirt that you get for participating as well. Mine, I just threw it in the hamper, so I can't like pull it out to show it. But yeah, that's what it looks like right there. And then is that it? Oh no, there's the finisher certificate along with my along with the metal, so you can see it like a little bit better right there. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Hololive production, cheer up in USA, and then you get all the little chibi faces for all the girls. And then I think the last one should be, yep, this is another guy that we met. He had himself a papercraft fox head, and I decided to go ahead and like, he was doing the Martin Scorsese cinema meme, and so I decided to go ahead and put it in grayscale so that it it all comes together very well. He was also sitting in this. They were selling a Hololive like camper chair, like the little fold-out chairs that you might take camping. This fucking thing was so tiny. It could only have been made to seat a child or maybe a Japanese woman. If you're anyone other than those two demographics, this thing was way too small. And yet they wanted like fucking $80 or something for this shit. And of course, some folks bought them. Some folks bought them, and you know what? More power to them, but I was definitely not going to be spending money to see that thing. This guy actually bought it, and then he was like walking down the line for the merch line, just showing everyone like, here's what it looks like. Here's what it is. Make the decision for yourself whether this is worth it or not. And most people said, nah, that ain't worth it, cuz. But he did. And it's funny because this guy was actually we chatted with him as well. He was pretty cool, and he actually talked about how he was casual about the whole VTuber thing. Like, he would just watch like everyone and just kind of like, not be like too invested in any of it. But then he said, like, on a whim, he decided to go to one of the actual Hololive concerts. And it apparently changed his fucking brain chemistry, because now he's like turbo simp. He just like, he can't go back. Like, he is a changed man after that experience. And now his Kamiyoshi is Gigi. She finding out about her again changed something within him, and now he can never return to where he once was before. So and so now he's gone to like other events. He'll pay for plane tickets. Apparently I didn't know this. He actually let me know. You can pay for your plane tickets in installments. I didn't know that they let you do that, but yeah, apparently you can you can buy a like $200 or $300 like round trip flight or something. No, that's really cheap. What am I talking about? Like a $500 round trip flight or something, and then pay it off in like 12-month installments. Which, I don't know, that maybe that could open up some avenues for me. But yeah, it's definitely interesting and something worth considering. And so yeah, so that's all of the pictures that I had. So yeah, I'll go ahead and leave that there for a second. What's up, Alice? Hope you're doing good tonight as well. You never did that? Well, did you even know about it? Because again, I didn't know about it. So yeah, but I guess it makes sense, like, because they're like, if the only thing keeping us from getting more money from people is the fact that they can't dump like a fat $800 on a round trip plane ticket, what if we just let them, pay for it in installments? Let them affirm their plane ticket, which some people have talked about how that isn't good. Like, and I mean, yeah, it's not good if you can't, like, if you don't have any, like impulse control, and you just start buying like everything, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll just pay it off like in installments and stuff like that. I only ever do, if I do that, I only get like one or maybe two purchases simultaneously. So then I only have like, like less than $100 worth of payments that I'm making each month for that particular thing that I bought. I never considered doing it for a plane ticket though, so that could again, possibilities have been unlocked, I think. Never change? Yeah, I probably won't. Again, I'm an old man at this point, so for me to completely just change course and alter the course of my personality, nah, probably ain't gonna be like that. Never knew that. Then again, I never traveled by plane. Oh, really? Never flown before? It's fine. It's fine. You're not missing out on much. And honestly, we should have more or better public train transit in this country, because that's honestly the way to go. You know, Japan figured that out, Korea and China figured that out, but because all of our rail systems are completely occupied by moving commerce instead of passengers, yeah, it's very difficult to retrofit our country in order to be able to make better passenger rail travel a reality, which is why I'm constantly cheerleading the California high-speed rail that's being built between LA and San Francisco. I'm hoping that like eventually gets made and it becomes successful, so that maybe, just maybe, other people in other states will be like, wait a second, we want that shit. What does California only get that shit? So hopefully, and then maybe once if it happens in enough states, then they can start connecting to one another, and then, oh shit, look at that, then all of a sudden we got trains going across the entire country, then you don't gotta fly anywhere. Chugga chugga we that's actually funny. Chugga 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 weeaboo. And you're the conductor? Sounds good. Wait a second. What are you doing here, maiden? Cupidaries, and then Cupid Maiden Wings Swan Gold. Well, whoever you are, I hope you're having yourself a good weekend. As much as I would like to go to a convention, really can't with what I'm putting up with. Hey, you know what? It's all good. Don't force yourself, obviously. As long as my Oshi enjoys the support, which she does, then it's all good. So who's your Oshi then, Vic? I'm interested to know. My Oshi's actually not in Hololive, but I mean, I have like someone that I consider my Hololive Oshi, you know. Ramelia? Ah, I see you. I see what you're all about. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, honestly, I would say that like Subaru is probably like my Hololive Oshi. I just really love her design, and she's also just funny, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't really watched her a whole lot in recent years. So who knows? Who knows? I got my Kobo wall scroll. Maybe it's Kobo's time. And honestly, since I'm gonna be going to Bali at the beginning of next year, I don't know. I feel like maybe I should watch some more of the Indonesia girls, like Ollie or Kobo or maybe Zestia. I can't remember what her name is, but you know who I'm talking about. But yeah. So that was it. That was my whole weekend right there, and that's why there were no streams on. Well, I guess technically there was only no stream on Saturday. Like cause I left Friday, and then this happened on Saturday, and then left Sunday. Well, today, and then just got back. So yeah. So. Yep, that's what I was up to. So hopefully your guys' weekends were also good. Even if I did get the opportunity, I wouldn't know anything about going to conventions and traveling, knowing the locations and all that. Just gotta do a little bit of research, you know. Just find out the hotels in the area. Find out about like either renting a car or getting an Uber or you know, or like, you know, meeting up with other folks. Honestly, like, you know, you'd be surprised with how much like strangers who have a common interest who want to go to an event that revolves around that common interest are willing to like collaborate with one another. You know, one of my fucking one of the brony conventions that I went to, like the very first one, I think, was it the first one? Or it might have been like the second one, I can't remember, but I literally went on like some like forum or underneath some like Twitter post or something, and people were like, hey, does anyone want to like split a room, like just to be able to make it less expensive for themselves? They were willing to be like, hey, strangers, you want a room? Anyone need a room? Anyone willing to make the room less expensive for us? And yeah, that's how it be. So it's an adventure. It's a fun time, you know. Both me and my roommate have said like, yeah, this was fun. We'll definitely try and like do like another one. Especially like if it's a bigger, actually like official, you know, cover / Hololive event, one where the girls are actually there. So like, I don't know, a concert or, you know, something like that. Yeah, we'd be down for that. So yeah, it would be a good time, honestly. Am I late? What's up, Drew? Yes you are. I was just going over all the stuff that I experienced while at the Hololive 2K marathon run that I did over the weekend, and if we've got time left over, we'll play a little bit of Genshin, which I think we're probably going to do here in just a second. We're just kind of wrapping everything up here before we get started. Mine was great. That's good. That's what we like to see. What's up, Doc? How's it going, Miami? Kind of wish I can do an Odyssey type of traveling. Enjoy scenery. So just travel around. You sound like someone that would maybe do well in with van life. I would love to be able to do van life where, you know, people just like build out vans to basically be like small, like turbo tiny apartments on wheels, and they have like their bed in there, they have a kitchen, they have like a desk, sometimes maybe they'll have like a shower and a bathroom in there if they're really going full charge on it. But yeah, basically just, you know, they just live a nomadic lifestyle where they just decide, hey, today I'm in New Mexico, but I've decided I want to be in Vermont today. And then they just drive off to Vermont and just experience nature. This is also something that I just grabbed. This is actually a little like cozy mug by a guy called Trent the Traveler, who is like the only van life person that I watched, just because he was the first one that I watched, and I didn't really feel a need to watch anyone else because I feel like all their content is probably just gonna be about the same. So I figure, I might as well just stick with the one I know. This is actually a mug that's for my mom, because funnily enough, she also watches him, which is weird. How often can you say that you and your mom watch the same YouTuber? So I just thought that was funny. So this is gonna be her Christmas present. So yeah, because this is his, like, this is a piece of his merch. So yeah. But all right. By the way, our girl Yehoda's gonna be on the first phase of the banners with Durin and Venti getting a rerun. Really? So it's a full twink banner. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Ride for the twinks, everybody. Yahoo. What's up, Hikari? Hope you're also doing good. Going to the Krusty Krab. I don't know if I want to work at the Krusty Krab. Doesn't sound like a good time to me. But all right, y'all. That's all I've got to talk about and say about my little excursion out to Cali for the Hololive event. So I think we're gonna go ahead and finally get the game started here, so that you know, we can again try as much as we can to finally make it through this this extension of the Archon quest so that I can get my rewards. Apparently it's going for another 8 days, so potentially I might actually be able to, since I'm actually streaming. Well, I'm gonna be playing the game a little bit today at the very least. Not into these Twinkies. That's okay. More Twinks from me. Good stuff. And also Yehoda, indeed. So yeah, it'll be a good time. When does the banner switch over? I should check that here in a second when game finally loads up here. All right. Let's see here. So let me go ahead and kill the BGM here. All right, and then let me go ahead and hold on. Where's all my shit here? And let's get the Genshin audio going. There we go. Alrighty. Said how many days? It said 8. So let me see here. Yeah, it says 8 days, 17 hours to go. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make it happen like next week. That would be nice. And then let's see here. Oh yeah, the banners are also going for the same amount of time, so good stuff. All right, so let's just go ahead and just get straight into it, because obviously we're limited on time. So yeah, let's make it happen. I don't even necessarily know what happened last time. Also, I need to harvest my crystal fly trap. There we go. And then, yeah, fill her up again. All right, now we can go on. Boom. All right. Great. I gotta do a little bit of waypoint collecting here. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make this work. It's gonna be great, and we're gonna love it. Also, I'm gonna switch to a Farina team so that I can make it across this water quickly. All right, Farina, baby girl, take me across the sea. Goddamn, like it's crazy how much Farina has like completely negated the annoyance of having to cross large expanses of water. Oh, my Hydro Queen. I don't care if you were never actually the Hydro Archon, you're always gonna be the Archon in my heart. Okay. And then we can switch back over. Boom. Alrighty. Ooh, now everything's all spooky. Why? Why you gotta be so rude with the spooky?
Accelerating.
It seems like I can't go in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go this way. Yes, sir. Wait, let me guess. I have to actually get in there, don't I? Yeah, probably. All right, fine. It's fine. Let me in. Let me in. Okay. All right, there it is. There you are, you bastard. We're gonna make this work. Okay, hold on. What are y'all yapping about again? This one's alone torches, queen. I hope you can find it, Kotsky. I'm rooting for you. This is why you need to do world quests? No. The problem child, I just got too long. Finally, born to be. Hey, you know what? New beginnings. New beginnings are what we stand around here. Farina will always be a lovable dork along with Yehoda. Exactly. Alright. but the primos. I mean, does it look like that's really so much of an issue for me? I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing just peachy keen, honestly. So, yes, take pictures, my little cat buddy. Get all of the forbidden intel. Wait, hold on. Where am I actually going? I'm assuming, yeah, I do have to go lower. So, uh-oh. Oh boy. Things are getting a little spooky around here.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked.
Yeah, I forgot. We ended up in like this area where we're trying to avoid the is it the wild hunt? We're trying to avoid the zombies or whatever, but from our boy what's his fuck, you know? All right. We'll just need to sneak past nice and quietly.
Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rear.
Rear, that's right.
It won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again.
Be that as it may, we gotta try.
Guess you're right. All right, time to zip it.
All right. Swear to God, avoid the patrolling wild hunt. Oh boy. Oh, and I can't sprint.
Right, we almost got spotted.
What? Huh? What are you talking about? We're doing fine.
Phew, that was a close call.
Can I jump? I can't. So I'm just climbing then. Good stuff.
Watch out, he's coming this way.
Ah, don't worry about it. They can't see shit. They're blind. They're dumb and blind and stupid.
Final hurdle.
As you call him, reverb? Yes.
Oh, there's no end to these things.
We can't keep going like this. Surely there must be another way out. Oh, so spooky. What the heck happened to Lumine's hair? Just froze in place. Honestly, it wasn't a bad look for her. Honestly, Lumine with slightly longer hair, I could fuck with it.
Fire. Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Bruh. Rude. Oh. Roarg. Wild Hunt's anguished roar. The Wild Hunt, that was quick. It's Perry! Oh my goodness. I don't think we ever got to really see her plunging neckline form up close for too long. Oh.
That's right. You look weak, Columbina.
Damn. Daddy's here. Everything's gonna be okay now that Daddy's here.
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
God damn, she's so hot.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
All right, good stuff. Progress has been made. Okay. Bunch of K-pop demon hunters singing the song from K-pop. Ah, I see. I still haven't watched K-pop demon hunters. I ought to at some point. Long hair Lumine? Yes, sir.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished.
I gotta say, I really like Sandroni's eyes. Like, they're such a pretty shade of blue. And they contrast nicely against her hair, which is kind of a it's kind of like a really unsaturated flaxen kind of a color. So yeah, I dig it. It's been a good while since we've seen the knave. Yes, sir, indeed. She has a will they romance with a 100-year-old demon called the Genu. Damn, 100 years old? Oh, somebody should cancel that guy on Twitter. Figurative and literally. Indeed. I like Sandroi's look as well. I know you do.
He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
Homestead of?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
Wait, that's not Juan Scaramouche, is it?
Hello, Miss Sandrone.
Oh.
Father sent us over to help.
Bro, what was... Lynette, why was she just aura farming over there? She's just standing there, like, with her hips half cocked, and then, like, her just, like, arm being held, and she's got, like, the little tilt in her head. Like, she knew. She was aware of the camera's movements, and she was like, oh, shit, watch this. I'm gonna look so good right now.
How considerate of her.
Also, her ears are all kind of, like, flopped over.
Memeh, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Damn.
Then let's start downstairs. Memeh, we'll leave this place to you.
My girl Lynette getting absolutely disrespected in this house.
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
Oh, she kind of likes them. How cute. That's Lynette for you. We love Lynette in this household. Wait, are you serious? They're really gonna make me walk all the way there myself? Bastards. Alright. Making our way over, I suppose. Oh, these things don't do the thing? Alright, sure, why not? It's not like I wanted them to or anything. Oh, this is the entrance to our little secret hideout? Very nice. We love walking. I mean, I just did too much of it yesterday, so I'm gonna say, for now, no thank you.
See, you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Nefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
Top secret, oh boy.
I see. Then let's get right into it.
The single Lynette interaction gave birth to the meme that if she touches any of the non-human characters, they will just die. Oh no! But all my sick, nasty Lynette x Inefa Yuri fan art. The joke that they should have sent her to handle Raiden. Oh, that's funny. That cat girl just pointed at that robot and it exploded.
First, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
You may, but will you?
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
That's an interesting expression on her face. I don't think we've ever seen that before. I don't know a fun fact about Varka's ENVA that will make you not unsee. Sure, go ahead. Ruin him for me. Lynette basically has that Vegeta. That guy just pointed and Kakarot fell down. Nice. He's also Thomas the Choo-Choo Train? Wait, the Choo-Choo Train? You mean Thomas the Tank Engine? Why did you say the Choo-Choo Train? Unless that's like a completely separate thing. That's a separate show, and that's the one that he does.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui harbinger.
I'm too old to even remember. Are you, though? Yeah, now you're too old, you say.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui harbingers, even at a time like this.
But look how hot she is. What are you talking about? She's more than trustworthy.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same.
Look up Varka the Tank Engine. You won't regret it. I'm assuming they just put Varka's face on the front of Thomas's, where Thomas's face is supposed to go. I can fuck with it. Which one of you guys pulled out the old, too old card? It's me. It's always me. But apparently now the kids are also saying that they're getting old now too. Thomas the Choo-Choo Train is funny though. It is. I will concede that.
Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Arlecchino was instrumental in helping us save the whole of Fontaine. I'm confident we can trust her.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles.
I mean, they've been the source of, I want to say, more of my troubles than they have been of your troubles, Lauma. So, I'm just saying. All right. How's it going, Aurora? They might also have fan art of Varka the Tank Engine. I can see it. Sounds like a bootleg show about Thomas, where he only is called Choo Choo. I might have confused myself with that game with the monster training indie game. Monster Train. Oh, the flavor of the month horror game from, was it just this past year? I don't even know. How's it going, Kiara?
We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui.
Yay, so she's just Perry today.
As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui harbingers after all.
Oh, damn.
Look, and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Just that like look up from like her fingers up to like the camera. That's a dangerous look right there. Also, I looked up the meme. Hilarious. Good stuff. Oh. Oh, she apparently also thinks so as well.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top secret intel.
Give it to us straight, baby girl. The expressions, yeah, the Yehoda expression bank continues to expand.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
Doesn't Arlecchino's burst show like some sort of crimson moon or some sort of eclipse? Oh, this is about to get interesting.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis.
Tholindis? Yes, Tholindis, the NPC that broke the entire internet.
What's the matter?
Just after Rerir regained his body, he called out that name.
Daughter.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
I'm not gonna lie, Varka looks a little bit like a Valkyria Chronicles character. It's funny. She has her own fan base. I'm not joking. Her VA on the special program even shout out the Yehoda's Witness. Yeah, I know that like basically she's like a fan of Genshin like on her own, and then yeah, everybody likes her because she's like, you know, shit posting and whatnot. Perry the Platypus, indeed. Yehoda's Witness? Is that the Yehoda fan club or something?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contained some of Tholindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
To my knowledge, yes. That's crazy. Again, it's insane because when the Nod Cry characters were originally shown off in their like promotional images, everybody was talking about, you know, Nefer and Lauma and Varka and Durin. I was the only one who was paying our my girl Yehoda any mind. I said that she was the one that I was looking forward to the most, and now suddenly she's everyone's favorite character, apparently. I'm just saying that this the Yehoda party suddenly got a whole lot more crowded than it used to be. And Alice, yes, I guess so.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure blood Conrian...
The curse of immortality, she might still be alive.
Oh yeah, just like how it was with the captain.
So now we gotta find us a lady Hilichurl.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, we will.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Alice wife. Indeed. Speaking of, we're finally gonna have Alice show up next update. Yo, let's go. Better start saving up those primo gems if that's the case. But I need... Well, no. Okay, so Alice is gonna show up, but her banner is not going to be happening. So I can still roll for Yehoda.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
Reinforcements? Not from the Knights of Mondstadt, I'm assuming.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info.
No banner, she's just finally gonna make an appearance. Finally! And not as a Doko what are they called? Dokapon? Dokopo. I can't remember, but yeah, we'll finally get to see her in all her milfy glory.
Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now.
I need a timeout. Oh, little Aino needs a little nap time. So cute. Dodoko, that's right.
Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Uncle Varka, so cute.
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the wild hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion.
Hey, even Inefa calls him Uncle. That's so cute.
But according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in 2 places at once.
Flins, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest.
Aww. God, I know, so freaking cute, man.
And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
Let's go.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch.
Every single time they say Amsfartnir, I can't not hear fart right in the middle of it. Amsfartnir. Amsfartnir what? Hopefully it's not an open flame, because that usually doesn't end up going well.
Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
So wait, is he Thomas the Tank Engine from like the old show? Like the old one, or from like a newer one? Because if it's from the old one, like that's the one that I have more memories of. And by more memories, I mean any memories at all, because I haven't. No, that's not entirely true. I did catch when I was in Dublin. Oddly enough, I caught some of one of the new Thomas the Tank Engine cartoons on the TV, on the old Irish TV. They're making another SpongeBob movie. They are. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the first one, I will say. But I mean, yeah, the second one wasn't as good as the first one either. More for the old one as well. Yeah. I'd safely assume that he's the newer voice. Okay, so he's currently Thomas the Tank Engine. Then yeah, so he's probably in one of the newer shows.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon.
Ah.
And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Who could have seen that coming?
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along.
Numbers.
When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves.
She's talking like she's learning that she was an X-Men when she was young.
What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
Actually, she kind of sounds like Elizabeth from Hellboy. Your hands.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth.
Wait, she's not wearing gloves? Those are just her hands? Huh. I thought she was wearing gloves the whole time. Well, how about that?
Together with my own investigations over the past few years,
Anria
there
Xavier.
are several things
Yeah.
that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan.
Glad I wasn't the only one. Yeah, I thought she was just wearing gloves the whole time. Okay, so all of us thought they were gloves. Okay, good stuff.
Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
Oh, I didn't realize she was this edgy. No, shit, this is the straight up kind of power that like a 14-year-old would come up with for their RP character who's just like so tortured and like and I know cuz this is a character that I would probably come up with for an RP session back when I was 14 or 15.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug of war.
I wonder if that curse also affected her eyes as well. I think those are just her eyes, because apparently people from Conria, some people from Conria had those eyes. Also, like, Vic, back me up. Does that power set of hers not sound like something that, like, Keeper would have come up with for one of his characters? Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, exactly. Put your thought to it. It does sound like a character he would come up with. Yeah. I have a question. Every single character in media, why are their eyes closed and they're smiling all the time? It weirds me out. It's because they're confident. They're confident in their knowledge.
But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship.
Some
as it
people
might
don't
appear.
show their eyes at
The
all.
iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss.
Some characters, like say Brock from Pokemon, his eyes are always okay. So you're not talking about like when they just like close them and like laugh like. You're talking about like characters that actually just have their eyes closed all the time. I'm assuming like Columbina. Characters like Brock, it's usually because that's just like part of their design. That is just kind of like a design philosophy for some characters in Japanese media where, you know, they just like have the character's eyes closed. I'm not entirely sure why, but usually the more common answer is that just the character is hiding something. The character is either hiding an aspect of their character or their personality, or they're holding something back behind their eyes, some sort of power from behind it. Especially if they're a more Chunibyo type character.
Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now. It's the only way I can pay you back for your help.
I think she's referring to characters that have a blank eye. Not like Brock, but a mannequin with a smile. I mean, she said their eyes are closed, so that's what I was going off of. Normally their eyes are open, but they just have the upper eyelids really low. Crawling in my skin, indeed.
The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
She's like, yeah, you'll be even more powerful, and Arlecchino was like, say less.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Inamorato.
Who, what, where, when?
You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
So we are talking about the X-Men. You really just said say no more, exactly.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement.
I don't like how that sounds.
They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
Oh my god. Girl, you need to relax. You need to chill.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me.
So is that why she calls her club the House of the Hearth? Perry, you just a chuny. You're just a little chuny, ain't you?
Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world.
That means expression.
Conria,
yeah.
People believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open.
What?
So
You're not coming with us?
with you.
No.
Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way.
Oh, but I want Perry to come with us. We've got this. No.
Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, Spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it.
I got you, baby girl.
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Always gonna be a catch. I hate it. I don't like playing catch. I want to play throw.
Mistress of the 7 hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the 2 realms, by fire severed, by fire...
Listen to how chuny she is!
Offer myself now and beseech your descent.
I really didn't realize just how fucking chuny her powers and her whole vibe are until now. Whoa. Okay, that looks pretty fucking metal. Alright, Chuny. You're still cool and sexy and whatnot, alright.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it. I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I'm about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
Okay, what if I just walk away from this, though? That's actually what I'm going to do, because we're gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening. Oh no! You will have to experience the content again to continue. Ah. Alright, what don't drink the water.
Accelerating.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is pretty cool, I will admit. Our little cat buddy also thought the same thing. That's why he's taking all these pictures. Whoa. Whoa. Voice of the Abyss. No, thank you. Aha! I have escaped the passage.
Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place. What now?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for?
Looks like there's only one way through here. Let's keep going and see what's ahead.
Careful. There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Haimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her.
Proceed deeper. Oh boy. Looks like a sleep token cover.
Oh, Paimon. How is that possible?
The hell is this? Party setup. I think I'm fine with what I've got now.
Annihilation mode. Cleanup sequence. Dash it, Frost!
Be silent. Observe.
Boom. We get fun with the moon marrow. I will try, and hopefully I'll be able to get it done in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, what if I just run past you guys? Are you gonna stop me? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. I don't think that guy's just gonna let me pass.
Be silent. Close your eyes to dust.
That's right, buddy. Get out of here. All right, let's get up there. Come on, come on, come on.
Huh?
So the iridescent moon's marrow is up there in the sky?
For real? That's way too high. There's no way we'll be able to reach it.
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water.
Guess we should jump in.
See that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
Activate the nearby device. Do it.
Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. If we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Activate that shit. Whoa. Ah, I see. I have to go around and do all the doobly-doos.
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Thalindus, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands.
Oh.
We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thalindus? Is that Rere's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here?
Didn't Nefer previously mention that she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum?
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
She did look Sumeru-esque.
The abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence or something more?
It's always something more. Never assume coincidences. Coincidences don't exist in this world. Yeah, sorry boys. If you want to play with me, you're going to have to follow me.
Accelerate.
Oh, looks like the abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
God damn it. Why? Why does it gotta be this way?
Observe. To dust.
That's right. Get the fuck out of here. I'm in a bit of a hurry here.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I'm walking here. Exactly. I'm walking here. Get out of my way. Out of the way, you mook. Alright. And where's the last one?
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
What, Celestia? Or the space outside of space? Activate the final device. Oh, that was close. Uh-oh. Ow. Dodge the... Oh, come on. Haha, stupid thing. You thought you were cool, but you weren't. We have the elements of harmony. We do! All of us. We have Inefo, we have Iunno, we have Flynn's, we have Varka. All of the elements of harmony.
I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness.
That outsider.
If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Ooh. Ether?
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it,
The elements of homies.
special aura of a dying soul.
That's funny.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go!
Alright, enter the reflection of the moon. Let's do it. It's gonna be awesome. Woo. Oh. So this is what the inside of a moon looks like. I would have never have guessed.
These things are so creepy! Oh, looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
No problemo, little lady. Uh-oh.
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow!
Aw, man.
We'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
Come on, bro. Work with me here, man. And there's doggos. What, huh? Oh, there he is. There we go. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. There's one. Alright. Making our way uptown. Oh. Get out of here. All right. Almost there.
We're so close!
All right, and then the last one.
accelerated.
Yeah, what if I just do it? What if I just ignore you guys and just do the story? That's right. You guys thought you were important, but you weren't.
I finally did it! The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
Leave it to moi. This is the only thing that I'm good for. And she's like watching it like a child watching their dad set up the campfire.
So cold.
Say what?
Is it you? Are you here? Huh? Are you talking to us? At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart as death drew near. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in. But I could not bear to fade away like that. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment, more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
Hypo.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right? Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart. But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? Alright, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go!
I'm sure we'll just be able to do that.
That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in. Waning moon. Huh? Oh, lifeless damsel. Oh.
Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Hurry! The place is collapsing! It wants to trap us here. Who's it? The abyss? Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will.
Oh, look at her bounding like a deer.
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
No, thank you. Oh, that was pretty slick. Those puppers got sent flying. We just saw Looming cut through solid stone. I feel like she should be able to... I feel like she should be able to make it through there. But hey, you know what? I'll take this too.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, that's right. Get fucked. bad dogs.
Oh, we made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us?
Way to come in clutch, baby girl.
Wait, your hands!
Uh-oh.
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry.
Oh, you defied the Abyss for me? You do care, Daddy. Is there anything I can do in return? If I can purify the abyssal power, then maybe.
No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
Oof.
But surely... Oh... We're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
He does like us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return.
So now, Arlecchino gets to be one of the Sailor Moons as well? Nice. So that's Arlecchino, that's Columbina, and Lumine. Now we've got so many Sailor Moons. Uh-oh.
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
Fan work opportunity? Yeah. Why haven't the artists gotten on this?
Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned, at least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrier like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would.
Please, Columbina, don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I can take it.
See, look at it go. Look at us go. The 3 Sailor Moons.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before.
Let's go.
I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The Ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality, just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
Let us know next time you need a hand. We'll be sure to return the favor.
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
Daddy definitely feels like she's softened her rough edges a little bit, and that's all right with me.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening. We went a little bit longer than I intended, but that's all right. We found a much better spot to go ahead and end things off on. All right, so not bad for a stream that I didn't even think I was going to do today. So good stuff. All right, I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. No stream tomorrow, but on Tuesday, we're going to be continuing on with Master Detective Raincode. So go ahead and follow my Blue Sky, subscribe, or follow, and you'll know when we go live. But for tonight, that is going to go ahead and do it for me. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. Hopefully, y'all have yourselves a good start to your week tomorrow, and with any luck, I will see y'all on Tuesday. Until then, stay groovy, everybody.